is Blind UK, we have our first South Asian couple. And for the most part, I was rooting for them. But unfortunately, I don't know. I don't know if we're going to get to marriage. And of course, it's because of the man. And the couple is KAL and SAROVER. KAL is half Pakistani, half white, and SAROVER is Indian. So they hit it off in the pods. Obviously, they hit it off in the pods. They revealed their ethnicity to each other. I think with SAROVER, it's, an ethnic name. It's an ethnic name. It's a South Asian name. So I think he kind of knew she was Indian. KAL is a bit ambiguous. He is half Pakistani. I don't know what his full name is, but, I think it's short for a Pakistani name. So they end up doing an ethnicity reveal, which everyone was doing this season. Everybody was like, I'm black, I'm white, I'm Lebanese, I'm Albanian. Everybody was doing the ethnicity reveal. So they do the ethnicity reveal and they were like, oh. Because India and Pakistani are in constant beef and they have ethnic beef as well, which can be a bit sticky when you're dating. And KAL was basically like, is it going to be a problem? And SAROVER was kind of like, I don't know. But then they came together and she was basically like, no, it isn't going to be a problem. Like, my parents are a lot more open-minded. And at the end of the day, like, I'm living for me. So, in the past, I've only dated Indian boys. But you know what? I've come to this experience to be open. They get engaged. Really cute meet up. KAL's wearing the South Asian attire. Very, very cute. There I'm thinking, this is gonna be a cute little wedding. I think the only thing would be maybe the parents coming together with the whole ethnic beef or whatever. Can they get over that? Then when they're out the pods in their engagement mood, this is when the wahala starts. The wahala starts is that SAROVER tells KAL that she's really attracted to him and that he is her usual type. When she describes her usual type, the physical features that she uses doesn't relate to race. But when it's now time to describe his usual type, he goes and points out that SAROVER isn't his usual type. Obviously, SAROVER now saying this opens up the conversation to be like, whether SAROVER is his type or not. And I was just thinking, oh. And he admits that SAROVER isn't his type. Okay, fair. We're on Love is Blind. It's not meant to be about physical features. It's not meant to be about dating your usual type, right? So, okay. But then he goes further to be like, yeah, my usual type is white, British, blonde hair, blue eyes. Oh. You ain't have to say that, man. You won't have to say that. Like, sometimes you just don't have to be that honest. And I just feel like there should have been a reading of the room, because he's dating somebody who is Indian. He's already mixed race. He's already half white. There's a lot of colorism in Asia in general, but especially in India, there's a lot of colorism. And I think when it comes to being compared to European standards of beauty from the diaspora in the West, it can be a sensitive topic. And I feel like he should have been mindful of that, which he just wasn't. Personally, I don't even think he should have said that she isn't his type. I think he should have just diverted the conversation elsewhere. But if he was going to say, okay, you're not my usual type, he should have kept it as, you're not my usual type, but I'm really attracted to you and I'm glad I was able to find you in this experiment. He should have kept it like that. He should not have mentioned any white, British, blonde thing, because, like I said, he hasn't inquired whether she has a complex or not, because I've seen it on TikTok. I've seen the Indian girls talking about, oh, I wish I was blonde and white, and, comparing themselves to the white girls. But I feel like he shouldn't have brought that up. I think SAROVER doesn't necessarily have this inferiority complex, but I think she is a little bit like, I'm not his type, right? And his type, he's only dated white girls, and now I'm the first Asian girl that he's dated. Is this going to be a problem? I think she's coming at it from that angle more. I think there might be a thing of, well, does he think I'm attractive because I'm Indian? I think there's an element there because, yeah, the dating history, the track record is only white people. So I think it would be fair for someone to be like, is he even attracted to me? It seems to be something that's bothering her. Like when we see him and interacting now with the white blonde babes, she's just kind of like, well, that seems to be his exact type. It's clearly bothering her. And yeah, I just feel like the fact that he felt to mention it, I struggle to believe that that was completely innocent. I think that was potentially a seed planted to plant a little bit of insecurity, because she's now come out and said he's her type. And now he can say, well, you're not really my type. So now it's, something, an advantage that he has over her, right? And now he can kind of use that. I don't know what for, but he can kind of use that to potentially make her insecure about things. He was playing the whole, I hope she's not insecure about it. I hope she's not insecure about it. But I don't completely buy that. And from the wedding trailer, it seems like there might be some drama with their engagement. And I think the fact that he felt the need to mention that he has only dated white girls, I think that's a bit of a red flag, because I feel like that was unnecessary to mention unless SAROVER asked him outright what his dating history was. Especially after she was like, you're my type. I just feel like, to me, it felt a bit calculated. I gotta hear from you guys. If you were in this experiment, you've now told this guy, oh my God, you're my exact type. And he's just basically like, well, you're not my usual type. And I've exclusively dated white people as a half Asian man and you're Asian. Would you feel a bit weird about the relationship being that person's first Asian person? Because there's that thing, like, as a woman of color, people say that they don't want to be someone's first person of color. I don't know. I think for me, I would get the ick from that. I would get the ick because I'm vain and I'm superficial. So if you're telling me I'm not your usual type and your usual type does not match me, it ain't gonna work. And this is also why I'm just not gonna be telling these men off the bat that I think they're handsome, because this is what they do, especially if they don't say nothing about you first. You try to be nice and compliment him, and his response is, well, you're not my usual type. Oh! No. Personally, I just feel like as a woman, like you need to be your man's type. And there needs to be that attraction there. I just don't think it's great when you're working on negotiated attraction, because that's what it's giving. But I gotta hear from you guys. In the spirit of the experiment, can this work? Or do you feel like him feeling the need to put it out was a red flag? I gotta hear from you guys, especially the South Asian Indian girlies. What are you thinking about this relationship?